Honoring Black history, today is Oscar Grant Day in the City of Oakland. It is in the memory of the 22-year-old man shot and killed by a BART police officer, Johannes Meserly, in the early hours of New Year's Day, 2009.
And it has been now more than 15 years since his killing marked a watershed moment in Bay Area Black history. KTVU's Crystal Bailey spoke to Grant's family and police to learn about what's really changed here since his death. Crystal.
Well, it's been 15 years since Oscar Grant was shot and killed on the platform at the Fruitvale BART station. Today would have been his 38th birthday. It was the first police shooting taken on cell phone camera and capturing the attention of the nation, calling for police reform.
Wanda Johnson still remembers the call that changed her life.
Receiving that phone call, having to hear someone on the other end screaming.
January 1st, 2009, a day etched in her memory.
That changed all of our lives, that very gunshot.
She says she remembers Oscar Grant as a leader who wanted to help people and a family man who loved being a father.
When Tatiana was in preschool, he would actually comb her hair and get her ready for school.
And these days, those memories are her fuel.
Because we dare let others forget.
Please, baby, get back on the train right now.
Ryan Coogler's 2013 Fruitvale Station, featuring Michael B. Jordan, brought to life the story of Oscar Grant.
That helped, seeing it on the big screen, and everybody to see that Oscar could have been your nephew, your cousin, your friend, or somebody's father.
But before the movie, there was the start of a national movement to address police brutality beginning in Oakland.
There was hope. There was a possibility that we can stop this madness and eventually, of course, deal with the situation of police violence, not just in Alameda, but in the country.
That incident is, a part of our history that was a turning point for us.
With the family's advocacy and the national outcry, BART police changed their practices and procedures.
We look at some of the, outcomes of that incident and some training issues associated with it, and we really made a commitment to train above and beyond the standards.
The event, captured by a flip phone, was a catalyst for transparency in policing nationwide.
And that video showed us the truth of what happened to Oscar. He was wrongfully murdered. The officer was convicted. We don't count it as a victory. We count it as a historical moment because he only did 11 months.
BART Police was one of the first agencies in the country to implement body-worn cameras back in 2012. And in 2010, AB 1586, nicknamed the Oscar Grant Bill, became law. Grant's family pushing for a citizen oversight committee with an independent police auditor and a citizen review board made up of 11 members of the public who review police misconduct and every use of force incident at BART Police.
We created a body from the community to now have some say in policing procedures.
It's one of the strongest oversight models in the country. As Grant's family continued to tell their story, laws began to change.
And we started seeing tears fall from legislators.
In 2018, the Right to Know Act was passed, requiring agencies disclose records of police misconduct and use of force.
Johannes Meserly had 8 complaints filed against him before he murdered Oscar, and not a single reprimand took place. So had he been reprimanded and addressed about these large number of complaints coming in on him and his use of force tactics, Oscar could be living today.
In 2019, Assembly Bill 748 took effect, which requires police agencies to release the audio and video of critical incidents. In 2020, Use of Force Bill AB 392 became the strictest use of force legislation in history, changing the standard for when it's legal to use police force. And in 2021, the chokehold bill was passed, which paved the way for a change in restraint practices.
He could have been choked to death like George Floyd. That same knee that was on George Floyd was on Oscar's neck in 2009.
And the family continues to serve the community through the Oscar Grant Foundation, uniting the families who've experienced the same trauma through conferences held once a year.
There is a sense of victory by being able to help another family who has faced a horrific loss.
And on the anniversary of his death, a vigil is held at the BART platform where he was shot each year.
We have to continue to speak out about what happened with Oscar and to speak out with what happened with others. And doing so will help us to begin to change how our society looks at those who have been killed by law enforcement.
And Grant's family says there's still a long way to go in making change. The number of deaths by police officers is steadily climbing nationwide since George Floyd's death in 2020. They also say they want to see Fruitvale Station renamed in his honor, as well as a plaque added to the stop to tell Grant's story.
Family has been through so much over the years, but to do what they're doing to this day and beyond in their goals says a lot.
They just continue to serve the community.
Yeah, they seem very steadfast. I mean, in terms of when they're planning for the future and all of these other goals that they have, it doesn't seem like they're slowing down in any way.
It's kind of bittersweet. Some of the families that they mentioned, they have over 300 people that come to these reunions of people that have been affected by police violence. So it's sad to hear that there's that many families that are impacted, but yet bittersweet because they're able to come together and communicate.
Tells you how important the conversation is to keep going. All right. Crystal, thank you.